Hello everybody, and thanks for tuning in to the Daniel Sauls Show here on YouTube on this beautiful day as I will dive deep into the National Basketball Association, specifically the Lakers, and if they are able to make the Western Conference Finals with this roster presently constructed. But before this video begins, make sure you go like, turn on post notifications on as always, and comment. Let me know what you think about this video, and if you want to see more greatness and more amazing takes from yours truly, Daniel Sauls. Make sure you go subscribe to my channel because I will be back with more videos and more highlights for y'all very soon. Let's get into the video. Can the Lakers make the Western Conference Finals with the roster they have presently constructed? Well, my answer will be yes, and I think that it's deeper than just a simple yes, and LeBron is on the floor, Luka's on the floor. It's deeper than that. First of all, before I really dive into this, I would just like to point out that the Los Angeles Lakers, before they lost LeBron James to the groin injury for, about 2 weeks. However, before the injury, they were second in the West. On top of that, after the All-Star break and since the All-Star break, till that point, they were playing the best defense in all of the NBA. So I'd just like to point that out. That has nothing to do with the players that they have, the new roster, not having Anthony Davis. That's coaching, okay? It's very safe to say that is coaching, okay? JJ Redick, because of the offense being as elite as it is, especially with the addition of Luka Doncic, on top of their defense being the best defense in all of the NBA, I think it's pretty safe to say that he is in the conversation of Coach of the Year. And I think that that's very respectable. I think that if you respect what JJ Redick is doing on a nightly basis, coaching his team every night that they step onto the floor in practices, everything. He's giving it his all. And if you know JJ Redick at all, and have you seen what he's able to do, not just in the NBA, but when he coached kids, he was yelling at them. He was getting on their case because he wants them to learn and win. And he is serious about basketball. He loves the sport. He was a great three-point shooter in the NBA, great player, great coach. I love to see it. JJ Redick is for sure Coach of the Year worthy and definitely in the top 5 and deserves to be in the conversation. But with that being said, let's get back to the question. Yes, the Lakers can make the Western Conference Finals with the addition of JJ Redick as their head coach, with their new offensive schemes plus defensive ability and what they're able to do on both sides of the ball night in and night out. On top of that, let's think about it. Since the All-Star break and the trade deadline, they got Luka Doncic. They traded away Anthony Davis, which that was the biggest trade probably in sports history. No one saw that coming. And on top of that, it was shocking to a lot of people. Nico Harrison getting death threats. And then you had people like, the coaches not knowing that the trade was going to happen. Players such as LeBron, Luka, AD. Nobody knew that the trade was going to happen. It was crazy. They got Luka Doncic. And for the first few games, Luka was struggling. And now he's getting into a rhythm. He is getting back into his normal self, and he is performing out of this world. Okay, let's first look at LeBron and Luka stats side by side. And for Luka Doncic, it's really going to be his stats since he's been a Laker and LeBron James' stats for the 58 games he has played this season. So LeBron James this season in the 58 games he has played is averaging 25 points, 8.5 assists, and 8.2 rebounds. And for three-point percentage, 38.4%, which, yes, he has shot 40% from three before. And, he's getting better, okay? This percentage is higher than his three-point percentage for his career. So he is still a better three-point shooter than he has been throughout his career. On top of that, he's shooting 51.7% from the field, which is a better field goal percentage than what his career is. So he's shooting better than he ever has. On top of that, he's shooting 77% from the free throw line, which I'm pretty sure is better than what his career is. So he's performing better than he has ever in his career. It's like he hasn't lost a step. LeBron at age 40 is still dominating the NBA, and he is still dominating teams every single night he's on the floor. And every time he's on the floor, for the majority of the time, he is the best player on the floor, still at age 40 years old. It's crazy. So Luka Doncic right now is averaging 26.5 points, which is a little bit under what he was averaging this season with the Mavericks. But That's normal. I mean, okay, he's on a different team. He's got to get used to everything, the players, the coaches, all of that. So it's a little new to him. But over the past few weeks, he has been getting better, and he's been getting into a rhythm and more in his old self. You know, he's getting back to his old self. So I think that's a pretty good thing that he's averaging 26.5 points right now. On top of that, he's averaging 8 assists, 8.8 rebounds, 3-point percent, 34.2. Field goal percentage, 40.5, and free throw percentage, 77.1. So that free throw percentage is definitely better. However, the field goal percentage is less. Okay, that's less than his career average, but that's probably because his output is a lot higher, especially because LeBron James has been out for probably over a week at this point when I'm filming this. You know, he's been having to shoot a lot more shots. Just the other night, he dropped 21 points in the first quarter. That's absolutely insane against the Nuggets when they blew out the Nuggets. I mean, he shot 21 points in the first quarter is insane. But the reality is, look, both of them star players, number 1 and number 2. We can't really tell. One night LeBron's better. One night Luka's better. I mean, obviously the future is Luka Doncic. But as of right now, who can say LeBron James isn't the best player on the floor when they're playing? Who can seriously sit up there and say that Luka Doncic some nights isn't the best player on the floor? I mean, both of them have their games. Both of them have their moments. They're both dropping relatively amazing stats, great points. I mean, it's absolutely insane what they're doing, especially LeBron at 40 years old and Luka Doncic coming off of the craziest trade in sports history and still proving that he can do what he's able to do on a nightly basis. Yes, he has missed a few games because he's trying to manage his injuries that he had previous to the trade, but we're trying to understand everything that they're doing, and we're looking at it and we're seeing, wow, this is really working out, right? Nobody thought that the Luka-LeBron thing was going to work out because they're both ball-dominant players, but the reality is both of them love to pass the ball and get their teammates involved. So this is a pretty good duo. I mean, they play the same. They love playing the right way, and they're great playmakers, and they're great scorers. It's like a match made in heaven. I mean, just like Skip Bayless said, the only difference is we have different reasonings for that. However, look, the Lakers still have depth, right? I mean, look, they have players like AR who's averaging 19.6 points per game. Rui, okay, he's averaging 13.3 points this season. And Dalton Connect, let's not forget, this dude's a rookie, and he's shooting the lights out of the ball. I mean, this dude is a three-point machine. Dalton Connect is crazy, man. 9.6 points per game, probably because he's averaging three three-pointers per game. They have Gabe Vincent who's doing his thing. You got Dorian Finney-Smith who they got. That's a big man that can shoot the three ball. Let's not forget. They have role players, okay? Jackson Hayes, when they lost Anthony Davis, they needed a big guy to step up. And Jackson Hayes has stepped up, and he is doing what he is needed to do and doing what he's asked to do. He's doing it pretty well. They have depth. They have the team to do it. I think that this team can win a lot of games. Before LeBron's injury, they were second in the West. I don't see many, threats to them in the West other than the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, here's the thing. The Nuggets, when Jokic and Murray are healthy, they're a great dominant team. But let's not act like the Nuggets are what they were a few years ago when they won the chip. They're nothing like what they were 2 years ago. Okay, let's get that out the way. And on top of that, this season, when fully healthy, the Lakers beat the Nuggets. I just want to point that out. But with that being said, I think that the Lakers can make it to the Western Conference Finals if they get a favorable matchup in the first few rounds. I think that they can do it. I think that they can get to the Western Conference Finals, and if they have to play a Denver Nuggets or a Rockets or a Thunder team or even a Warriors team, Grizzlies team, I think they can beat any of those teams on any given night. I think the only two teams I'd be seriously worried about are the Thunder and the Nuggets.